Somehow get back in there. Oh my goodness. My gosh. That was an actual explosion in the battle box.
Finally, the Battlebots Pregame Show with Macho has come back to Twitch.tv, and you guys know what we're gonna talk about. We're gonna talk about all things Macho, and we're gonna talk about Battlebots. Ooh, Kristen, how are you doing today?
Great. Doing fantastic. I hope everyone in the chat is doing well. We looking hyped tonight. Ooh.
Nice. How are the audio levels? Are they okay?
Good.
Do they need to be lowered? I probably could lower the music. Lowering the
Could I
music.
scream louder?
Okay. All right. Whew. We're ready. I see a hype train about ready to get close. I love this support. Kristen loves the support. The Battlebots gods love the support. Everyone loves the support. We are ready to go. I see Amber. I see Kala. I see Jute. I see Prophet. Prophet's heading home. Guys, we got a hell of a show for you today. We got a show. There's a Battlebots show too. And we have a guest, AlexTheHyena will be on shortly. But first, Kristen, we got to talk about a Battlebots episode last week, don't we?
Heck yeah, we do.
Ooh, Kristen, are you ready to get started? Buff Nation, looking at me through the video scope. Are you guys ready to get started? Because I'm ready to get started. Let's get started. Ooh, yes. All right, we're going to put this behind everyone. Ooh. Oh, wait. That was from...
See who we're talking about here.
There we go. Macho's never made a mistake in his life. Here we go.
Never.
Never happened, never will. All right, Kristen, we got a doozy of a fight for this one. Kristen, why don't you start us off with your thoughts on this match?
All right, so we've got free shipping over there behind Macho and Uppercut behind me. Just wow. If you guys missed this fight last week, look it up. Get on Discovery Plus somehow. Look it up and watch it, because just this fight alone makes BattleBots worth it. It was amazing. The first start of the match, I thought free shipping was going to get the upper hand because they got underneath them for like a hot second. But that victory was short-lived because Uppercut came back and literally blew them up. Massive explosion. We all know we love fire, you know?
It was crazy. It was crazy.
Amazing.
That second was hot, all right. You were right. Shoot, that second was hot. The hottest second we've ever seen.
Literally. That has to have been like the biggest explosion I've ever seen on the show. Like, it puts last year's explosion to shame. There was like a fire tornado at one point.
It was. It was crazy.
Amazing.
It was crazy.
Yeah, I mean, Uppercut's driver, the best part about that is before the fight, he was like, yeah, it'd be kind of cool if we hit their gas tank and, made an explosion. And then that's literally what they did. It was fantastic. Great way to start off the night. I hope something like that happens every week. It would be great.
All right. So, guys, looking at me through the video scope, you know the drill. Macho is many things. He wears many hats. He doesn't claim to know everything. But Macho knows everything. Free shipping put on an impressive driving performance against Blacksmith in its last fight, but Uppercut is a different beast. A beast that lays down a big uppercut. Now, as we all know, Macho can see into the future, and Macho said that this bot is one to look out for, and Macho saw into the future, and he saw something bright. Something so bright, it damn near blinded him. It's the exact reason Macho has M-shaped sunglasses on his head all the time, just for this occasion. But through the flash of light, Macho started to make out a shape. Started to see what that light was. Turns out it was free shipping's flamethrower exploding into a giant fireball of flames. Uppercut is now responsible for 2 explosions in the battle box, and he now has a 2-0 record. 2 explosions, 2-0. Ooh, lots of 2s. But you know who isn't a 2? Uppercut, because he's number 1 in Macho's heart and your hearts. Whew. Did Macho make that up on the spot? You guys will never know. He did. Be impressed. Macho's unbelievably talented.
Much impressed over here.
Okay. Kristen.
Yes.
Are you ready to go on to the next fight?
Yeah, I am.
Okay. Now, Macho will start us off this time. Macho had to get stuff situated on his end. He's doing a lot of stuff over here. It's hard to run a show and be in the show at the same time. Okay. So, now, you guys all know the deal. Macho doesn't claim to know everything, but He knows
He needs to
everything.
keep his mouth shut because he predicted this fight wrong.
Now, Kristen, I am sensing some hostile activity over there beside
No
me.
hostility. Just
We
gotta keep you humble.
we may need to tone that down a little bit. You know, this is, our
All
show.
love.
Yes.
It's all love.
Okay. We will
We
have to
gotta stay true to the
we'll,
fans, though.
We'll have to have a little chat. Just kidding. Maybe. You guys won't know.
Maybe.
Anyways. Alright. But Macho is sure that he predicted every other fight, as this is the first fight he predicted incorrectly. That's right, he said it. Macho's been right the entire time. Macho is undefeated. Go ahead, look it up. The guy who predicts wrong isn't Macho, it's someone else. Now, poor Xanadu, the guest last week, had to close his little cabbage eyes during this fight because there was so much hammer on hammer action in the battle box. It was just too graphic for our small little soft cabbage boy to handle. And that's unfortunate because he missed a doozy as a match, as this was a pretty close one. But Shatter, with those omnidirectional wheels, proves to be a combination as delicious as peanut butter and chocolate. Because my goodness, is it sweet to watch Shatter in the battle box. Those omnidirectional wheels make that hammer, face this opponent the entire time. Sweet as peanut butter and chocolate. That's right, Macho's puns are on point, just like Shatter's hammer. Ooh, try to keep up. Macho is on a roll. Shatter with a strong 2-0 record right now, and he's gunning for a top seed in the tournament. Kristen, what do you think?
Yeah, holy crap. That hammer on Shatter was... I know they said they were like, oh, we got a bigger hammer. I was not expecting a full-on, just massive thing. I feel like the hammer
that's
itself
right.
was bigger
Macho
than the
forgot.
box.
It was basically a battle axe on Shatter last week, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's not what's pictured behind me. It was like...
No, it is. I think
Well,
it was.
yeah, I mean, but I think they had a bigger one on it, didn't they?
Macho's pretty sure is that pictured. It was
Might be that one.
great.
Anyways, either way, it was freaking huge. Was not prepared for how big that was. But Shatter's really impressed me this year with how strategic they've been with their fights. They're really they're watching the competition, finding out their vulnerabilities and their weak spots, and they are just going straight for them. So, I'm impressed with their 2-0 record right now.
Shatter with donning the basically Monster Hunter Berserk blade, like Prophet said last week. That was nuts. And it even attacked from behind too. You remember that? That was crazy.
Oh yeah.
Alright, Buff Nation, we're gonna keep it rolling. We got fight number 3. We got Jaeger, it doesn't matter, and P1 over by Kristen. Now, Macho doesn't claim to know everything. But Macho knows everything. And you know what Macho knows for a fact? That double bots will never work. It's like two kids with one kid on top of the other one's shoulders with a giant trench coat trying to go in and buying beer. It never works. How many double bots are we gonna see thrown across the battle box before people realize they never work? Even Jaeger had a perfect primed opportunity. It had P1 locked up on the mini bot and lined up a perfect shot with the hammer saw, and it basically was like slapping it with a wet noodle. Actually, I think a wet noodle would have been more effective than that hammer saw, because then maybe water could have gone into the electronics and sorted them out. P1 looks strong against a weak opponent. Hopefully we see them in the tournament. Macho hopes to God he doesn't see any more double bots, because they are terrible. Kristen, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, I'm seriously not even a little bit surprised at how this match went, because, we've said it time and time again, you have 2 bots or more, it's just dumb. It's just dumb. The only person that has kind of taken that idea and put it into, an effective way is Fusion, where they were like, yeah, I want 2 weapons, but I'm gonna put them on 1 bot. That's how you need to do it. But yeah, P1, you know, never disappoints. They are fantastic at driving, and you know, I see them going far this year.
P1 with a strong 2-0 record in the driver's seat for in the tournament this year, actually. It may need to win its next one, because I feel like this win against Jaeger will be looked at as a pretty weak win if it loses its next match. But we shall see. Alright. You guys want to go on to the next match? Oh my gosh, don't encourage. Mama. Listen. Okay. Now, we got, Kristen, do you remember the bot's name that's beside me?
Genuinely, like, can never.
Yeah, it's
like so dumb. Oh, sorry.
It doesn't matter what your name is!
Anyways, listen here, Buff Nation. You smell that? You smell it in the air? Smells like ass, doesn't it? You know why it smells like ass? Because it's from Hydra sticking its 3-foot nose up the matchmaker's ass to get this glorious, beautiful matchup that it had. My goodness. Now, Buff Nation, you all know that Hydra loves to talk a big game. It's the baddest flipper in the game. Well, they were right about that this week, as it was a bad flipper last week. It was terrible. Actually bad. That flipper sent Gruff a grand total of 6 inches off the ground. Those are rookie numbers, Hydra. Hydra needs to go to a gym and pump some iron, because that flipper was about as powerful as a wet noodle being swung around the pool by some skinny little jabroni pukester at a pool. Now, Kristen, do you know where that pool is that Hydra frequents?
I'm sure it's something trashy.
It's on the corner of Pukester Street and Jabroni Avenue, and it's called the Jabroni Street Pool. Whew. Hydra actually has a season pass to this pool. To get in, it has, you know, a little routine. It goes up to the desk, you know, the nice lady at the counter. She's a nice lady, Kristen, actually. I've met her.
Absolutely.
Just kidding, you think I've gone to the Pukester Street Pool? Come on, Kristen, you're better than that. Now,
we gotta give them respect.
It goes up to the desk, the nice lady. Hydra shows him the season pass. The clerk looks down and says to Hydra,
What is your name?
I told you
it doesn't matter
what your name is. Ooh. Now, once Hydra's in that pool, it goes around, it rummages around through people's stuff. Rummages around. What can it find? It loves to find people's towels. And you know what it does with those towels that weigh an ounce? It tries to flip them up into the trees in the pool. But you know what, Kristen? It can't even do that because its flipper is so weak. Maybe instead of flipping towels into the trees, it needs to put some more weights on that rack and flip that instead. Because those are rookie numbers. Hydra, if you want to be considered the top dog, the top flipper, you need to up those rookie numbers. Whew. Kristen, what are your thoughts on this match as Macho cools down a little bit?
We need to let him breathe there, guys. Well, I'm with you though. With that, their pathetic flipper, they wouldn't even get hired at the Krusty Krab. Like, Mr. Krabs would be like, "Get the hell away from here! You're not flipping patties for me, bro."
Oh, man!
Yeah, take that, Hydra.
Man.
Anyways, my thoughts on the match are that it was trash. That's it. Basically, I'm convinced that Hydra paid off the matchmakers and was like, "Give me whatever will make me look good. Thanks." And blew them all kisses, because that's the only way this happened. And, you know, I'm not totally surprised that they somehow won, even with their shit flipper, but, you know, whatever. It's trash. We're moving on to the next fight.
We are. Ooh, man. Kristen's bossing me around now. Okay. All right.
Just
the next fight we are going on to Gigabyte and Captain Shredderator. Now, Macho knows everything. I'm not even humble about it anymore. Macho knows everything. You heard it here first. Now, just like the BattleBot scriptures told in the past that were actually written by Macho, me, yours truly, because, Macho knows everything, the Captain Shredderator's durability was once yet again an issue. It's like history repeats itself, Kristen. It's like what they tell you in school. History always repeats itself. And let's be honest, they were basically playing footsies with each other, and that was enough for Shredderator's radio to malfunction as it just sat there and died. Shredderator is a captain, alright? Captain of a sinking ship! They need to plug those holes and fix it up for the next fight, as it's do or die for them now. Alright. Kristen, what are your thoughts on this?
Yeah, I mean, we were both so excited for this matchup, and man, did it not go at all how we thought. Which, that seems to be the theme of this season. But, Captain Shredderator, he got that first hit on Gigabyte, and it was pretty decent, because Gigabyte kind of went flying. But apparently, that was too much for the Cap, because then, his radio just shut off and the telemetry stopped. So, RIP, my guy. Hopefully they can fix that and come out with another win. It would be cool to see them in the tournament. But Gigabyte just keeps showing us how beefy they are. They can take hits, and it's impressive for a full body spinner.
It is. Alright. Buff Nation, you ready to move on to the next match? Because Kristen and I are ready for the next match, and we're gonna do it now. Alright, next match. We got Dragon Slayer over by Macho and Duck Quack Quack over by Kristen. Now, you know the drill. Macho doesn't claim to know everything.
Oh, never.
But Macho knows everything. This one is kind of an exception that Macho is a bit upset about. We all know that Macho can see into the future, as he's predicted every single BattleBots fight correct this entire season. Don't you dare look it up. It's true. Take my word for it. Now, with that power comes some things that, one man maybe not as macho of stature as me wants to see. And something that Macho saw is a sad, quacking corpse of a BattleBot. And Duck is on life support. And you know what? Macho isn't sure what can help Duck, because that redesign may have just put it on life support from the get-go. The quacks are quacking, but they're not. That's all they're doing. They're just quacking. they're not doing anything. Duck needs to go back to the drawing board. It honestly makes me sad to see a redesign just not perform at all. Yikes. Kristen, what are your thoughts on this one?
Yeah, big yikes. But I will say that Duck, just like quacking in despair, it will play in a loop in my head forever. It may have been like the theme of my weekend. It was just like, can't really do a quack, but that was my attempt at it. But Dragon Slayer, they look pretty sweet for a new bot. I like the look, but they need to get a lot more power behind that spinner before their match tonight. Actually, they're fighting tonight.
Yeah, that match should have been way shorter.
Yeah, because if that weapon was actually fully powerful, it would have been a knockout match. But
Duck should have been flying.
Yeah, should have actually been taking flight.
Quack shouldn't have been on the ground. It should have been in the air.
So I did read online though that Dragon Slayer, they have 3 different blades, spinning blades. So we'll see if they come out with a different one tonight that might be better. Maybe they're just testing that one out. We'll give them that. They got the win, but their opponent tonight, they gotta step it up some.
Yeah.
You guys will see.
It'll be a rude awakening, if you will.
Yeah.
All right, now let's go on to the main event. The main event of last week. We got Endgame over by Macho, and we got Witch Doctor over by Kristen. Now, you guys know it. Everyone knows it. Everyone is here to hear me say it. That Macho, he knows
Pause.
Oh.
Didn't you pick Witch Doctor for this fight? Remember? You're like, Witch Doctor, you can't spell that without a W.
Well, okay. Well, let Macho explain himself, okay? Macho did see into the future, like he has in the past to see into the future when he's in the present. You think this was just a BattleBots pregame show? We're time travelers now, Buff Nation, and I'm gonna take you on this trip with me. Buckle in. Now, Macho sees the future more clearly, more than he did in the past, and Macho is saying that Endgame needs to be respected in the present now. Ooh. Now, who needs to worry about being flipped over when you never get flipped over? The driving has been excellent from Endgame, and the bot is looking more balanced and less wheel lifting with that weapon spinning. Endgame is making a strong case for the #1 overall seed with 2 dominant victories over 2 pretty good bots. This one and obviously a win over Witch Doctor and Kristen. Remind me. Well, who is the bot that I forget. Endgame beat a bot the first episode. Do you remember?
It was something. Honestly, I never remember the shitty ones.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. Let's ask
What
you.
is your name?
What is your name?
I told you
It doesn't matter
what your
what that
name
name is. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who Endgame beat. Endgame will beat them all. Ooh, that's right. Macho said it. Macho sees into the future more clearly. And Endgame will be respected in the future and is respected in the present now. Whew. Kristen, what were your thoughts on this match?
It was a good match. I mean, you know, I do respect Witch Doctor's team and their commitment to, you know, the weapon-to-weapon fight style. But they honestly may need to get on board with what the rest of the bots are doing with the ground game. And, like, maybe have some forks. Just little ones. I don't know. Because I really think that was the difference maker, is the Endgame had some forks. They were able to keep Witch Doctor at a distance from them, but then could also hit Witch Doctor head-on with no obstacle. So, yeah, I mean, they're looking good, Endgame. They're coming for the big nut for the 2nd year in a row. And so far, they've honestly proven to us that they can get it.
Mm-hmm. It's hard to say who will beat Endgame, as it's gone against 2, well, one good bot, other trash one. And, it's destroyed all of them. And who cares about flipping over if you don't need to flip over, right? Like, who cares?
Exactly. I mean, I can't think of an opponent that they could struggle against, honestly.
Alright, well, now is the time of the show that you guys are all looking forward to. Besides seeing Kristen and I, you know, from the start, you know, look at us. I mean, we're eye drawers, you know?
Absolutely gorgeous.
Absolutely gorgeous hunks of people. Now, but today, we got a very special guest. Some say he escaped from a lab, and that lab had hyenas in it. And then, not just kidding, it's AlexTheHyena, the VTuber. Alright, Alex, why don't you come on in?
Oh, hello there, everybody.
Hello, Alex. Macho forgot about Alex's look. Alex looked so much eye candy on screen. That is right, Amber. Amber, you need to pump the brakes a little bit, all right? I don't want to time you out for, you know, a little bit of a, nah, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. All right.
You can keep hitting on me. I don't mind.
All right, Alex, you ready to talk about some BattleBots?
I'm ready to talk about some BattleBots, man.
All right, Alex, before we get started, why don't you introduce yourself to the Buff Nation and the millions and millions of fans? Tell them.
Millions.
Why don't you tell them
Hello,
what you do,
my name is
where you do it?
I am.
Okay, now, Alex, I know you're excited. But this is my show. So let me finish. Now, Alex, why don't you tell everyone through the video scope what you do, how you do it, and where you do it?
Hello everybody, my name is AlexTheHyena. I am a shape-shifting hyena VTuber who plays a lot of fighting games, horror games, and JRPGs, and I am built at a whopping 7 feet tall!
Whoa! I can tell Alex practiced that for this very occasion.
I actually didn't, that's off the bat.
Listen, Alex, you know what? I'm trying to give you the benefit of the doubt here, and you're shooting your own self down. Come on. All right, Alex. We're gonna go on to the first fight. It's gonna go Kristen. It's gonna go Alex, and then Macho will wrap it up. You guys ready?
All right, let's do it.
All right. We got Rotator over by Macho and Krusty's favorite bot, Black Dragon. Just kidding. Don't clip that and send it to her. She'll get really mad at me. Okay. Go ahead, Kristen. Who do you think is gonna win this one, and why?
Okay, this is like one of the hardest fights to pick a winner for because both are nearly indestructible. Like, what a great way to start off the night, might I add. Like, this is gonna be a good fight. Everyone get ready. I feel like there's no way it ends quickly. There's just no way. These bots cannot be knocked out. Black Dragon freaking won on fire. So, no. Rotator, last match, they nearly decapitated their opponent. So, who knows what's gonna happen? It's gonna be crazy, whatever it is. So, you know, I sat here for a while trying to think of who to pick, and I genuinely, I don't know, but my gut was telling me to lean slightly towards Black Dragon. Because, I mean, they literally want to fight on fire. I'm still not over that. It was kind of crappy that the judges picked them, but whatever, it's fine.
We're
but, like,
clearly over it.
Cannot be broken. It's crazy. So I'm gonna pick them, but like, genuinely, my faith is in both bots.
Kristen, you can't pick both bots to win.
I know I'm picking Black Dragon, but I want to pick both.
Okay, Kristen, going with Black Dragon. Alex, the new Battlebots connoisseur. Who do you think's gonna win, and why?
Well, if I know anything, it's color schemes, and from my time playing Overwatch, I can say that black and gold has never failed before. So Rotator all the way, because black and red eyes Black Dragon never beats blue eyes White Dragon. So Rotator all the way. This thing looks insanely devastating.
Interesting. Now, Macho obviously knows many things, arguably all of the things, and he knows that this fight's gonna be a doozy. Two bots looking for a 2-0 record, lots of twos going on, but there will only be one victory. Now, Macho can see in the future, like he has said in the past. He can see into the future in the present right now. In fact, he's peering into his crystal ball right now. Oh, ooh, Kristen, you wanna know what Macho's seeing in the crystal ball?
Yeah, what are you seeing?
Now, Macho, he knows everything, so, he's channeling the crystal ball. It's becoming clearer, and he sees Victor Soto of Rotator coming out with the victory here. Macho gives Victor Soto of Rotator the slight edge here in the driving department. And it's going to be a close judges' decision victory, I think. I do not believe anyone will get knocked out. I think this will go to the judges. It'll be the full 3 minutes, knocked out, slobber knocker, dragged out fight. But, Kristen, do you know why Rotator will win?
Why?
Because Macho knows everything. That's
You're
why.
right, you're
Rotator with the victory. Alright. So, Alex, Macho with Rotator, Kristen with Black Dragon. Alex, you ready to go on to the next fight?
Yeah, let's get on to this. This is nice.
Alright. So, we got Lucky over by Macho and Blade over by Kristen, which is Belle's favorite bot. Now, Kristen, what are your thoughts on this match?
So like maybe if Blade fixed their weapon to work this time, they could come out on top here. But I unfortunately don't have a ton of faith in that. Just since they're a little newer, you know. I just don't know.
And hopefully Belle isn't listening. Damn, you're just
sorry, Belle. All the love, but Blade really let us down last time. Let's be real. You and I both picked them, and let us down. So I can't do it again, basically. Lucky, they've had some wins in the past, but honestly, like, their weapon is also kind of, you know, it's not the strongest. It's not going to send someone absolutely flying, but it could. So I could also see this match going where, like, they both break and it goes to the judges, but I still think Lucky is going to get the win somehow.
Interesting. Alex, who do you think's gonna win this matchup between Lucky and Blade?
Honestly, I was kind of hoping Blade here because of the color scheme. You know, it reminds me of a Ryobi, you know, something like that. They're very, very handy, but at the same time, this thing looks like it can fall apart. So, if anything, I'm gonna have to go with Lucky. Lucky here looks like a goddamn tank. It looks like a goddamn Trojan horse. It looks like a goddamn Clifford the Big Red Dog.
Interesting. So from a pure defensive aspect, do you think Lucky's just gonna tough it out?
Absolutely. It just looks like it's a war of attrition here, and if it just keeps going, that stall is just gonna pop off.
Interesting. All right, now Blade had a pretty tough matchup last week against Scorpios, who's literally built from the ground up to take down horizontal spinners that look exactly like Blade. So it's difficult for Macho to form an opinion on it, as Blade didn't really get to do much. Macho likes the design, and I think that Blade can even flip over. But how many times can it flip over? Because Lucky's driver, while he may have cost them a win last fight, he's also insane. We can tend to forget that because Lucky lost that match against Tantrum, but my goodness, that first 30 seconds, not even, that first 10 seconds of that Tantrum match was all Lucky. It was crazy. Now, I think that the Lucky driver has learned from his experiences, and he'll be able to put together a full performance here tonight. Macho believes that Lucky will... Scratch that. Macho knows that Lucky will win because Macho, he knows everything. And if there's anything that happens, it's always what Macho says. Always. The sun rises, the sun sets. Macho predicts Battlebots correctly. That's just how it works. Okay. Whew. We're going with Lucky. And Chris, wait. Did anyone pick?
Yes.
No, I think we all went Lucky.
I did.
Okay. Whew. You guys ready to go on to the next match? Hope you guys in chat are having a good time. We're having a good time. We're going on to the next match. Okay. We got Dragon Slayer over by Macho and Minotaur over by Kristen. Kristen, what are your thoughts on this match?
I am 100% going with Minotaur for this fight. And I made this pick before I even saw that the driver of Minotaur is hyping himself up on Instagram.
Oh, wait.
Like, God bless this man. He's hilarious. And he's amazing to watch fight. He gets so focused. Like, he could kill a man with just his stare. But, you know, even though Dragon Slayer, they won their last fight, like I said, their weapon was just not powerful enough. And there's no way that they can stand a chance against Minotaur here and their really powerful drum spinner. So, sorry, Dragon Slayer, but your winning streak is about to be a losing streak.
Damn, Kristen, spitting words tonight. All right, Alex, who do you think's gonna win this one and why?
From what I heard from Kristen here, Dragon Slayer has several different saws. Am I correct?
Yeah, they have three.
They have three.
We've only seen the one, so I don't even know what the other two look like.
If they decide to come out, maybe, I don't know, maybe there's a glimmer of hope in that. But since they're going up against a veteran here, all Minotaur.
Yes. Now, Macho, of course, knows everything, and this will be a squash. Guarantee it. 100% guarantee squash. There's no way this goes the full 3 minutes. Minotaur is an absolute monster, and it will absolutely feast on Dragon Slayer. Absolutely feast. Now, Kristen, what do you use to spell the word Slayer?
I mean, you got an S, And then there's an L.
An L, that's right! An L, and Dragon Slayer's gonna hold it. It's even in the name! How could you even name your bot with an L in it? Unbelievable. Just by that alone. I'm sorry, Dragon Slayer. It's not gonna be pretty. It's gonna be strewn everywhere. What's up, Titch? Alright, now, we got a couple more fights. You ready to go on to the fourth fight?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
Ooh, yes. Alright, we got Pain Train and Yeti. Pain Train over by Macho, and Yeti over by Kristen. Kristen, take it away. Who do you think's gonna win this match, and why?
Oh, this is another no-brainer. Yeti is definitely winning this match. Now, I know the last time you guys saw Yeti, he did get rocked, but I promise that won't happen tonight. I'm willing to put money on that. Pain Train is just a garbage bot. I feel bad, but they really need to just redesign something. It's never done well. And Yeti is a big beefy boy, and he's about to just absolutely destroy Pain Train tonight.
Yikes.
Ready.
That's probably the nicest roast of a bot I think I've ever heard. I love it.
Gotta be nice, you know? I feel bad, but like, they kind of suck.
Alright, Alex. Kristen is going with Yeti. Alex, who are you going with?
What was the name of the other one? Not Yeti.
You're joking.
No. Just tell me the name.
You have an entire Google Doc I gave you! Bruh!
I'm kidding.
Oh my
I'm picking
goodness!
Yeti simply for the
Josh
fact-
and ya.
I'm picking Yeti simply for the fact that it reminds me of a monster from Monster Hunter. This other bot here, it looks like a really, really cheap Razor with one of the weakest motors I've ever seen in it.
Yeah, so, you know when people say, oh, we gotta work on some things, after a match, Pain Train is, we need to work on the thing. All the things. Everything.
All the things.
Everything. Pain, they can't drive, they can't do damage, and they can't take hits. Literally, the three things that you need in a BattleBot. It can't do either of those. It couldn't outdrive Deep 6. Arguably the dumbest designed BattleBot in history. And it couldn't even outdrive that. Pain Train, I'm sorry. He's probably a nice guy. You know, I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. But man, yikes. Now, Yeti laid a big old yikes in its fat against my boy, Mad Catter. And we didn't really get to see Yeti do much of anything that match. We will be able to see plenty of Yeti today. Plenty of Yeti. It will be all Yeti, all day. Yeti with the W, because Macho knows everything, and everyone knows everything, because everyone knows Yeti's gonna win. Alright. We got the next fight. You guys ready? We're ready. Let's go. We got Hijinks over by Macho, and Kraken over by Kristen. Kristen, what are your thoughts on this match?
It's a wild matchup. I feel like Kraken, they're not going to be able to chomp down on Hijinks just because they're so low to the ground. That it's just a bad matchup for Kraken. I think Hijinks, you know, they have a pretty powerful horizontal spinner. They can cause some pretty decent damage to Kraken. I think they're going to get the win here.
Yes, okay. So, Kristen going with Hijinks. Alex, who do you think's gonna win this one?
Absolutely, Hijinks. I don't see this thing chomping on anything. Like, when I first saw this thing, I was like, what is this? I couldn't believe my eyes when I saw the design. And to be honest, Hijinks just looks too wide for this thing to chomp on.
Yes, Hijinks is a very strangely designed bot. In fact, it made Macho eat his words last year, because I did not believe in it, but my god, Hijinks' horizontal spinner is the real deal. In fact, that will be the secret of the match. If that blade can get spinning up to full speed, if that Blade gets up to full speed, man, it's over for Kraken. I don't think Kraken can take much more punishment. In fact, I don't think that Kraken is fully repaired from its last match, because it basically got split in half against Rotator. I'm not sure if they're fully repaired. Man, it's gonna be a tough one. Hijinks is a very strangely shaped bot, so there's not a lot of like juicy bits that it can grab onto. Kraken will still probably be able to push it around, but I think Hijinks is gonna get the victory here. Maybe going to judge's decision, but if it goes to judge's decision, then Kraken's probably gonna be in pieces again. Yes. So we're all going with Hijinks on this one. Hijinks. This will be a close one, though, I think. All right.
What if Kraken comes out and it's still like, it's like nearly headless Nick, but it's like nearly headless Kraken? They just were like, we couldn't afford to fix it.
I mean,
so.
they basically, there's no way they didn't have to replace everything. Like,
Right.
the whole, it was
Whole
basically like a pile of parts at the end of that
It's
match.
so bad.
It was bad. All right. We got 2 more fights. We got Defender and Riptide. Kristen. Oh, sorry. So Defender over by Macho and Riptide over by Kristen. I really need to figure out how to put the names over here. Just kidding. This show's perfect because Macho made it. Kristen, go ahead.
It is perfect. Don't let anyone tell you different. But okay, so I'm being true to myself tonight. I am staying on brand and I'm picking the teal robot. I am going with Riptide. Because the last few times I'm like, man, I love teal, but I don't know. And then they've won. So absolutely going with Riptide. They're going to get the win. Unfortunately, Defender's debut match was really bad. And I felt a little bad for them, but I cannot see them doing well against any sort of vertical spinner. It's not going to end well. Go Riptide. Go teal.
Interesting. All right. Kristen going with Riptide. Alex, who are you going with?
Obviously Riptide. If you can't tell, I got the same color scheme, black and teal. Let's go. From what I did read on the Google Doc is that Riptide did win its first fight.
It did.
However, Defender, this thing looks really weird. It looks like a goddamn Bionicle, if I'm going to be honest here.
It's an interesting design, but it may be... Now, we haven't seen Defender do much either, honestly, because it instantly lost. So, honestly,
Yeah,
I can't really say much about Defender. It's a grabber, but the whole bot lifts up. If you can see the little blue part, it's pretty interesting, but again, we didn't really see it work.
Exactly. Like, it's like you said, you didn't really get to see much of it, and as much as I'm a very big grappler aficionado in fighting games, I gotta stick with the color scheme I'm in, you know?
Interesting.
Respect.
Interesting. Now, these 2 bots are, we haven't seen much of either of these bots, actually. They're 2 sides of a coin, if you will. Riptide won its match in 4 seconds, while Defender lost this match in 4 seconds. Now, you may think that Macho is crazy when he says they both have something in common, but they do. Bear with me, Buff Nation. I am Macho's gonna explain. Now, we haven't seen next to anything with these 2 bots. That's what they have in common. Ooh, I kept you waiting for that one. I hope it was worth it. Of course it was worth it, because it's coming out of Macho's mouth. Now, another thing is that Riptide's weapon is an absolute beast. Not unlike the beast of macho-ness you see before you with Macho right here in your video scope on the pregame show. Now, Macho thinks that the weapon will be too much for Defender to handle. And Alex, do you know what Defender likes to defend?
What Defender likes to defend?
Yes, what does Defender like to defend? Defend these nuts! Got him! Oh!
The dramatic pause
Claps.
is my favorite part.
Claps for Macho! We got him! Oh man, he fell for it! Oh, boo! Boo, Alex! He got him! Alright.
That was a good one, Macho. That was good.
Thank you. Lilybell doesn't seem to agree. Lilybell, you better get your act together, okay?
You gotta laugh at D's nuts, Joe.
That's it. Yep. The show's over. Alright.
No, we got one more fight. Don't leave.
Okay, we got the main event. We got Hypershock over by Macho and Lockjaw over by Kristen. Kristen, who do you think's gonna win this one and why?
Okay, so I don't know if any of you guys have done your research and looked at the promo for this fight tonight, but I did. And Will Bales, he said he is ready to mangle some metal. Ooh. And we all know how I feel about Will Bales. He's a good-looking guy. You gotta listen to what comes out of his mouth. So I do think, I think this fight is gonna go the full 3 minutes, and it's just gonna be a constant back and forth of excellent driving and carnage. I do think Lockjaw is gonna, stand the test of time and do well against Hypershock, but they're going to have more damage done to them, and Hypershock is going to win.
Interesting. All right, Alex. Kristen's going with Hypershock. Who are you going with, Alex?
Honestly, this matchup looks very interesting because they're both vertical spinners. I really want to see how this is going to come out. If anything, I'm going to say I'm probably going to have to pick Hypershock. He just looks bulkier and tankier, from the looks of it.
Interesting. So again, from like a pure defensive standpoint, you're going with Hypershock.
A pure defensive side? Yes, absolutely.
Interesting. All right, now guys, things are starting to get colorful over here. Things are starting to pop. Things are starting to bloom. The snow is melting outside, and the color is starting to get revealed from under the snow. What does that snow reveal when it melts? It reveals the color of Will Bales' hair. Will Bales said he was going to dye his hair if he got a top 10 seed in the tournament. And Macho sees into the future, which is right now, in the present. Macho is seeing into the future, and he's seeing the bright neon colors of Hypershock. Getting a win right here. Will Bales, I'm channeling my Macho energy into you. Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Take this and make this future Macho that Macho sees come true. Get that win and get that top 10 seed and dye your hair, you beautiful man. Hypershock with the W. Count it, ship it, pack it, send it away. It's a victory for Hypershock. Now, as you guys all know, we predict the winner. Let me start.
Need that baby oil.
We will wager our baby oil. 1 second.
I'm gonna need all that damn baby oil from last week.
Or did you lose it all?
I bet it all on the wrong bot.
It happens. That happened to me 2 weeks ago.
All right, go ahead.
50 left.
Bet your baby oil. Who do you think's gonna win? If you win, you get a big fat bonus. Ooh, and you can spend those baby oil points on Macho Go Savage's stream. That means you're gonna have to come back. Yes, it's all a circle. It's his whole reason why, to make you come back. Macho has this all planned out from the start, and you guys are all along for the ride. Yes. Ooh, Amber with 6K
Amber.
on Hypershock. Amber going big already. Now, if you guys want to do the watch along with us, check out the Discord and react to the rules. You will be able to watch it with us. Alex will be there. Kristen will be there. I'll be there, most importantly, obviously. And what other things? I put the highlights or the VOD on my YouTube channel. There's the most recent one. And I do art. Almost everything you see here is drawn by Macho, besides the logo that was made by Krusty. Now, here's the latest fan art I've done. And I have commissions pinned on my Twitter, on my pinned tweet. That's my plug. I think I plugged everything. It's my stream. I can plug myself as much as I want.
Absolutely.
It is your channel.
So, what do you guys think? What match are you looking forward to the most? What about you, Alex?
Anything.
Alex, what is the match you're looking forward to the most?
Oh, that's easy. Riptide, just for the color scheme.
Just for the colors.
Listen, I gotta stick with my color, okay? I gotta stick with it.
Man of color. I feel it, you know? I don't know if I'm excited for the first match. Rotator and Black Dragon.
Yeah, that'll be bonkers.
It's gonna be... I hope it's just absolutely crazy. Alex, you'll get to see their whole gold shiny intro. Great.
I can't wait.
They have light up, I'm pretty sure they have light up shoes.
They've got light up shoes?
Yeah, they've got like some cool. They've got some cool stuff when they walk out.
They have to walk behind them with a mop to clean up all the drip. That's right. And I've had Macho's playing the Ridge Racer 7 soundtrack. Okay. Macho loved Ridge Racer 7 on the PS3. Alex, I want you to guess how long you think, in total, how long do you think the Ridge Racer soundtrack is? Ridge Racer 7.
How long? Ridge Racer 7 soundtrack? The entire soundtrack?
The entire soundtrack. How long do you think it is?
I'm gonna guess about 2 hours.
3 hours and 48 minutes.
That's when you know it's a good soundtrack.
Bruh. I miss Ridge Racer. I love the Ridge Racer games.
It's Ridge Racer.
Ridge Racer. I remember that might have been the first PS3 game that I played, and it like blew my mind how good it looked. I was like, oh my god, I can't believe it. I bet Ridge Racer 7 still looks good.
Oh, it probably does.
What about you, chat? You guys doing okay? We got a couple more minutes to hang out until we hop into Discord. I see Amber, Lilybell, Kala, Titch, Puck. Oh, I bet Puck clipped that thing and sent it to Krusty. Whoops. I bet Krusty will love to see Black Dragon. That's her favorite bot.
Aw, yeah. I'm sorry, Krusty. We love you. Almost called you Christy, as in like Krusty plus Kristen.
Whoa.
Christy.
I don't think the world's ready for that.
Yeah, not yet, but we will whip that out eventually.
Whip out the amalgamation of Krusty and Kristen into one being.
We morph into one.
Fusion dance.
All right.
Macho, you gonna make us our Macho merch? We need it.
So I have this like one pose of Macho that I'm working on that I think would be funny for like to put knows everything, but Macho, oh my god, he fucking sucks at font, dude. I hate it. He hates working with font, so it'll be a struggle. He hates it so much. But well, I'll think of something. Because there's only, BattleBots almost over. Well, not almost. I think it's halfway. Halfway?
It doesn't have to be BattleBot season for me to rock a Macho knows everything. The conversation starter.
Also, merch is like extremely expensive to like start. So like if I do this merch, like it's not like per order. It's usually like you make a bunch and then you sell all of them.
Bulk.
Yeah, so I'm not gonna have 300 Macho knows everything shirts. Mama Macho will be furious at me. So it's gotta be like a for sure thing. Alright, we're gonna end here. Hope you guys bet your baby oil. One more time, make sure to join the Discord so you guys can watch with us. We're not gonna raid anyone because I gotta jump right in, but we'll see you then. Thank you all for coming. I'll see you guys next time on the Battlebots Pregame Show. See you guys in a bit.